The champagne's been popped. The wine is flowing. We've got our bulletproof suits on, so you know where we're going. We're on a backlot detour. I'm your tour guide, Captain Zach, and with me always is Beans.
Or Jenna.
Beans. With her bulletproof suit. We
I
went
don't have one of those.
on the final detour,
But I'd like
supposedly the final detour, with John Wick 4. Many would say the best in the series. I agree. Thank you very much. Good night.
It's my favorite.
Well, after the beating that the third one took from you.
It was awful.
No, the fourth one we're talking about.
Yeah, I'm just restating that the third one was awful.
Stop talking about Parabellum.
It was awful.
Stop.
Awful.
Stop messing with Parabellum.
Okay, so John Wick 4.
We had to watch it in 2 parts because we didn't realize it was 9 hours long.
2 hours, 49 minutes. And we started it at 10 p.m. last night. So we only got about an hour and a half in.
So like with 2 kids, that time means it's like 3 a.m.
Yep.
for parent time. Initial thoughts.
So I made a lot of notes, as you can see here.
Whoa, holy shit. That looks like an IMDb, like, did you know about this movie?
Okay. So, my notes are in chronological order.
We just finished the second half. Hold on. I got to remember the first half because
Well, that's why I took notes.
smart, because we've been drinking both times and it's
Yes, and I knew after a day I wasn't going to remember
well,
everything.
right away I was like, this movie's awesome. But
Yeah.
but I'm gonna, spoiler alert, I said that for every one of those movies.
Okay, so my first note. The theatrics at the beginning of the movie when Lawrence Fishburne is walking through the tunnel and everything. And I don't know why I want to roast him so badly
You just don't like his character.
because I really like Lawrence Fishburne.
You're
But
like,
this
the king is
character,
dead, baby.
It's like who walks around saying a speech like that, and
He's a crazy person.
who the fuck has a weird fire trail in their training facility? Like when he lights the candle and just makes these lines of fire on the floor.
In
Does that in reality?
Daredevil, in the first Daredevil movie with Ben Affleck, he did it.
Okay, and where did
And-
that movie go?
And the fucking Crow does that.
Okay, well, the crow's the crow. But I feel like...
Wait, did you just say the Crow's the Crow?
Yeah,
What the hell does that mean?
flawless.
Are we
No.
saying the Crow is flawless?
No, actually,
Agreed.
The
Welcome
thing
to
is,
Crowcast.
Lawrence Fishburne, the lines that he has in this movie, he talks like a caricature.
I think I like that though. For some reason,
He talks like he's like a car salesman
if he weren't
from
going,
the 70s.
if he weren't chewing the scenery and just going over the top, I don't think it would be as memorable because we're talking about it. I don't know. I think it worked for me.
Agree to disagree.
How about disagree to disagree?
Okay, once again, I love Martin
Winston,
Wilson.
Chomp Chief,
Martin.
Blackbeard.
He's always going to be Martin to me.
It was a real kick in the pants when
Hang
they
on.
shoot.
Yeah, I'm not there yet, but
Yeah.
I really appreciate Martin and Chiron's loyalty to each other.
Yeah,
I love that. I think that's so beautiful.
and it really is a bummer that they shot that's his going away, and that because he goes out in a blaze of glory kind of in the third one, guns blazing, protecting his his buddy and the hotel that he works, the Continental. And
Yeah,
then just gets shot, and you're just like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, my immediate thought was, fuck them for killing Chiron. That guy has to go down. The one who killed
Pennywise. We're just gonna call him Pennywise because I don't remember his.
Bill Skarsgård.
No, it was just the Marquis, right? That was just Marquis, wasn't it? I don't remember him.
I don't remember his name.
I don't remember anyone's name ever. I'm just gonna tell you that in any movie.
I don't either.
I remember John Wick. I can't tell you any other person's name.
I was not expecting them to freaking blow up the Continental.
Yeah, now they have to rebuild it.
Oh yeah, but I mean, I was legit shocked. I was shocked when they killed Chiron.
I was shook.
I was shocked when they blew up the Continental. Yes, I was shook. I'd say I was definitely shook. And you know, as much as I hated them killing Charon, however you say it,
We can just say Lance.
I think it's kind of good that they did. Just because, you know, he died a week before the movie came out. So it's like they don't have to like write him off in a weird way if they do a fifth one, you know.
Well, I like the whole like the touching tribute where he's just like, I couldn't know what to put on his tombstone. I just put friend.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that was nice. That was way later in the movie though, because this movie's 1 billion years long.
Oh my gosh, so long, but it was really good. Though I guess
What are these copious nuts? What do you got?
On it being 1 billion years long, the fight scenes were just like way too long in my opinion. And I've got my notes, and again, I have everything in chronological order, so I'm just gonna move on until I get there.
I mean, you can say the fight scenes are too long. I'm fine with them. I just think there's too much like. There's always the one move that he always does where he gets him on the ground, like the grappling, like the jujitsu kind of thing. It's used a lot. I get it, but at the same time, I'm like, just kill him in a weird way. It was a breath of fresh air when he had the nunchucks and was just like beating everyone and like had him over his shoulder. Like,
well, it also showed how well trained he is because nunchucks are not the easiest to use.
Yeah,
you could really hurt yourself. From experience.
This is also where we see Danny Yen start.
Is that his name? That's what you said it was the other night,
Kane.
And then we looked it up, but that wasn't his name. I'm gonna put that on you to look it up on your phone right now.
Oh my god. Kane. We'll call him Kane.
So I gotta say, the fashion in this movie was on point. Like the fashion was just like amazing. I cannot get over how nice the fabrics are in this movie.
Are you talking about whether they went to like the Japanese Continental?
Everywhere in this movie.
Are on point.
Yes, okay. That is a note I have, is that I like the kind of modern take on traditional clothing that they had at the Ahsoka Continental.
Yeah, Danny Yen, I was right.
I thought that was a lot of fun. But the fashion, the clothing, like that was some high quality fabric that everyone was wearing. And Bill Skarsgård's character.
Oh, he had some crazy suits.
Oh,
they were sparkly.
They were beautiful.
It's just
they were beautiful.
They were having a good time, and also. I know I saw a lot of the reviews or people just talk about this, but the cinematography is like leaps and bounds better than the other three. Mm-hmm. It's just like they're also jet setting a lot more like a Bond movie, but like it was like way more like just on point.
Yeah.
Than any of the other ones by far.
Going back to the Osaka Continental, I really liked the freezers holding the swords in the kitchen. I thought that was a nice touch. Like whenever the manager at that Continental comes through and he's just like, let's show them some hospitality, and they like go and open the freezer doors, but it's just all swords. I don't know. I liked that. I think I like the touch of just like show them hospitality, and they're like, I'm gonna get out my freaking swords.
I liked how they had more characters in this one in general, just because Mr. Nobody was fun. I liked Kane in there because I think he's just awesome anyways. And then
when John Wick met Mr. Nobody the first time, and he was just like a tracker, the only thing I could think of is just like, you know, who's not a good tracker? Edward Cullen.
What?
From like Twilight New Moon. That's all I could think
That's
about when
your
he was like said that he was a tracker. It's just like, Collins don't come here.
Collins don't come here.
But anyways.
Well, I knew that dog was going to come into play, and it does. But like
the armored mask guys were insane looking. Like they were scary. They almost had like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man Green Goblin mask.
They're like kabuki masks that look like.
I don't know what that means. And I really like the doorbell tactic that Danny Yen had.
Kane. We'll call him Kane. We can call him his character name.
That Kane had, like when they were like fighting throughout the hotel, and setting up those doorbells that were like motion sensor. I thought that was fun. And one reason I liked it is because like, you know, when it comes to blind people fighting, we think of Daredevil, you know, and how his other senses are heightened, and he really uses hearing to his ability. But like Daredevil theoretically wouldn't need that. he would just be able to hear their footsteps, hear their heartbeats, you know, and can tell where they are.
It's weird
so
also
it was
that
just
like
kind of nice just to kind of be like, realistically, your senses aren't going to do that.
I know he's a bigger star overseas, but for some reason the only two movies we've seen him in are this and Rogue One, and he's blind in both of them.
Yeah.
And he chose to be blind in Rogue One, apparently. That was his idea. Which also, like, what were you guys planning before? Because, like, it was way cooler when he was, like, a blind dude in that. Welcome to the Rogue One podcast. Yeah. That movie's great.
It is, but that's another day.
Another dollar, another day.
I did really like that he was finally back to taking people's weapons. That was a big complaint I had in the last movie.
He took a lot of weapons.
Is that he wasn't taking their weapons when he killed him, but he listened, he course corrected, and he started taking weapons.
I'm very sorry that Common was still not in this movie.
Don't steal my comments for the end.
Comments.
I was very disappointed Common didn't come in.
You were like, is he going to come in and be friends with him? And I'm like, I don't think so, but maybe. I was like, I don't think I saw him on the IMDb
I'm still
page.
holding out for John Wick 5.
Well, my prediction is like.
Are we to the prediction point? We're not to the prediction point.
No, I mean we can still keep going, but I'll go to the prediction point later. I'll hold my
you should hold that
because you have a lot of notes. It looks like still.
I do.
Sorry, everybody.
Again, that glass house fight scene.
Glass houses. What is
with them with that? Like
every Continental has a weird place like that.
Yeah, but it's just a whole freaking like mirror thing, and I don't like it. But it was too long for him to be exiting
I think
the
you get exhausted with these fight scenes.
I do. Like they're making them last like 10, 15 minutes, and I'm just like, I'm good with just 5. Well, just 5 minutes of fighting.
I think I liked how
I can get the point.
I liked the pacing of all of them because I think some of them were. It was frustrating with the stair scene at the end, but like I really like how it kind of ended with just a simple duel. Like I think that was pretty baller. I liked how it was just like the tension was built of like, hey, we hit each other, but we have to take 10 more paces forward. I think that was a good way of ending it. But
yeah,
I like the fight scene where he had to go kill that weird dude with the 5-card draw. Where he's in the club with the axe guys, I guess. And he takes his teeth.
Oh, I'm not there yet.
Oh.
In my notes.
Are we going through everything? Okay, keep going.
Again, I can't get over how
if you want to keep going through all like the whole movie.
No, I'm just saying
about that.
I do, but I have comments like the hand scene is disgusting.
What's the hand scene?
I don't know.
Oh, where he puts the knife through, he stabs his hand.
Oh, yeah, with Mr. the tracker
Nobody,
guy.
Yeah, Mr. Nobody gets his hand stabbed and he has to pull it through, and it shows it.
And I closed my eyes.
Yeah, I saw. I was like, ooh, one of us has to watch it, and I did, and I was like, that was gross.
Also, that whole "I am Klaus" thing.
What was that?
The guy named Klaus who was like, "I am Klaus."
Oh yeah, I don't understand that.
That was stupid and weird. I mean, was
like
he trying to be?
He like punched him, and he's like, "I'm Klaus." I'm like, what is that?
Was he trying to be Groot because he's not cute and lovable like Groot?
I mean, also the fact that what's her face shows up, Tonks.
Yes, Nymphadora Tonks. She looks weird as not Tonks.
You look weird as not Tonks. Or she was a Twi'lek, I guess, too, wasn't she?
Yeah. That slicked back hair and like looking all tough and Russian. It's not a good look for her.
Like Tonks, come on.
But I do like that all three of them, Kane, Mr. Nobody, and John Wick, were on the same side with killing the German guy. The gangster guy. The 5-card draw guy. With the teeth.
Also, how many card decks were they playing with if that guy got 5-0 kind? Because I was like, once that guy got a royal flush.
It's cheating.
Well, I think they were playing with 2 decks at the end, but like, because I was like, why is 4-2s going to beat a royal flush? Nothing beats a royal flush. And then he was like 5-2s, and then they were like, yeah, he was like cheating. I was like, oh, okay.
Moving on, I really liked.
Moving on, I really like this.
When the Marquis and John Wick are meeting to set out their timing and everything, you know, like the sunrise at Sacré-Cœur and
with the crazy cards. And we jumped like 3 hours now.
Well, that's where the notes end and pick up.
So we're at the disposal, behest of your notes.
Those were really nice cards.
They look glass.
I don't think they were glass.
Also, did they know what was underneath each one?
No.
Did they know?
No. How could they know?
I mean, he said like duel with pistols, and they flipped over like a number, and I was like, okay.
Well, no, it's whoever had the higher number. That's
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't pick that up.
Yeah, so it's just like they each got to say what they wanted and flip a card, and
Okay,
whoever
I
had
didn't
the higher
understand.
number.
I didn't get that. I was like, because he was like sword or blades, and he goes pistols, and then he flips the card over. I'm like, did someone win? Like, what is this?
It's called a pattern that you might pick up on.
I wasn't looking at the numbers. I thought there was like a symbol on there. That's why I thought they knew what was on the other. And he's like, well, I want blades. He's like, well, I want pistols.
No,
I want pistols.
it's whoever had the higher number. They went with that choice.
I mean, let's go to the crazy scenes.
Okay, so when he's trying to get to the church, Sacred Coeur, and that he's in that house nearby, the shot from above, that was a pretty cool one.
Oh, where it was like all like above and he was just like destroying everybody.
Yeah, I like that one. That was good. But again, too long of a fight scene for my taste.
And like I called it, I was like, he's gonna save that guy's dog, and that guy's gonna be in his debt because he's just like, oh, I like dogs too.
Yeah, I will say,
that happened.
Getting to Sacre Coeur, like when you're outside of it, that was like an accurate representation of how it feels to try to get inside.
Of how many steps there are?
How many steps and how dangerous it is.
Like when he fell down the whole stairwell,
like I mean,
staircase, I was like, "Oh my god, this is exhausting."
But I mean,
and they falls down again, and I was like, "Stop it, please! This is so horrible to watch."
Sacre Coeur is sketchy AF.
You know how tired he would have been.
Oh yeah, I know because I've done it, not trying to fight bad guys,
not trying to kill like 1 million people.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But avoiding the kidnappers.
Wait, we gotta back up a little bit because like the craziest fight scene was like the one at the Arc de Triomphe.
Yes,
that was the nuttiest one because I was like, I know there's probably CG cars everywhere, but like still that would have been like quite, like a test of like willpower to like actually get through that thing. Because I'm sure that was a nightmare to film that. It was a nightmare to film probably most of these fight scenes, which is like really nice that it was just like, it was super well done. I didn't notice any crazy CG. There was really like just like the set pieces were just really, really nice and well done. It really felt like a more polished like James Bond movie of like the earlier days to me.
It was really,
but way more violent.
Yeah.
Like that's what these are becoming. Like to me, it's like a more violent James Bond movie. That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to overtake James Bond because James Bond is not really James Bond anymore. But supposedly John Wick and James Bond are dead. So.
I don't think John Wick is dead. Well,
all right, here's my prediction.
He may be, he may not be, but I think that the gravestone is just kind of like a cover up.
This is I think
he's probably like got a name change going and like
This is my prediction. Ready for this? John Wick 5, because they were talking about it immediately because they're like, we're making too much money. We've got to keep going kind of thing. I think the next one's this. They fake his death. He's living his own like truth. But I think the next one is going to be picking off the High Council one by one.
But you know, like at the same time, I would not mind if he's dead. Just because I feel like that's the only way he is going to be
at peace.
Yes. Although there's no way that guy's going to heaven.
I mean, if that were the ending, I think that's like they killed James Bond in the last one and it pissed me off because I'm like, this isn't how these should end. John Wick's ending seems like that's fitting, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think they're like, we're making too much fucking money.
Yeah.
Universal's like, we are not making money on a lot of other things. We've got Mario Brothers and John Wick. And that's like it.
It's Lionsgate.
Isn't that Universal?
I don't know. I just know Lionsgate.
Universal owns so many companies. I don't know.
It was a much more nicely done film. I would rank them number 4, 1, 2, 3. This one was definitely the best one. Which, I mean, you know, I shouldn't be surprised because there are plenty of like 4th movies that are like the best one. You know, like.
When does that happen? I don't know if that ever happens.
Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire.
That was oh my.
Star Wars: A New Hope.
That is not the 4th one would be episode 1. You think the Goblet of fucking Fire is the best Harry Potter movie? You know that's
No,
not true. That's the
it's not.
fucking worst. Actually, 7 Part 2 is the worst.
Yeah, but that's a different story.
I have my reasons.
It's a different podcast.
That's another podcast episode because I'm gonna go when we do Harry Potter's, and we get to Harry Potter.
We gotta
4,
have Katie and or Drew involved.
Oh my god, I'm gonna be fucking angry that whole episode. I fucking hate that movie.
I like it.
If I didn't read Harry Potter, yes, I'd probably like it. It's the same feeling when I talk to someone who only saw the Ready Player One and didn't read the book, and I go, oh my god, I can't think of anything else to say. I love the movie. It was great.
I mean, it was really good. I loved the costuming.
I mean, I think they just pulled out all the stops in this one and just went balls to the wall.
Did you see like the meme? I don't know if I sent you. Like Legolas only has like 6 minutes of dialogue in all 3 Lord of the Rings movies.
These trees are old.
Yeah,
Very old.
it's either 6 minutes or 6 lines. I can't remember.
Oh, it's more than 6 lines.
So maybe 6 minutes of combined dialogue.
Should I describe it to you? That was one.
Yeah. And you have my bow.
Oh my god, maybe he did only say 6. Wait a minute, hang on. No, he had to say more than 6 lines.
When we do our Lord of the Rings detour,
Well,
we'll figure it out.
there was just like that meme of like this one of like John Wick had like Keanu Reeves had like 40 or like 4 minutes or no, it was like 40 lines of dialogue, and that like it was like $1 million like a line or it was something crazy like that. Yeah, but the guy trained for like 8 hours a day for like months for every one of these movies, and they were awesome. So
it's not just about the lines you're speaking. It's about your presentation. It's about like hitting your cues and your marks and
there's a lot
having
that
the
goes
right
into
body language. I know. It's just it makes me angry when people just like, oh, like
yeah, go look at the original Terminator. Like he said,
this
like
person's
4
getting paid
lines.
more than me, and it's like this person's working harder to be in this film than you are.
Arnold Schwarzenegger became a household name in that fucking movie by saying like 4 lines, and one of them being "I'll be back." And
yeah, it's everybody knows it.
yeah, that was it. He just had to
Children
be a present.
are born knowing
He just
that
had to be
line.
a killing machine because one of them was Sarah Connor and just pushes the door up and shoots her. The other one was like, "Fuck you, asshole," and then I'll be back.
We're
And that was it.
digressing.
Welcome to
Major
Terminator
way.
Talk. Oh, Terminator 1 is so fucking good. It's so good. Anyways, back to John Wick. Terminator 1. What 4th movie was better than the other ones?
It was sarcasm. A New Hope was amazing.
That's the first movie, though.
But it's the 4th in the series, the saga. Okay, well, if you want to talk 4th, Phantom Menace.
Phantom Menace.
Introduced me to Natalie Portman and Ewan McGregor and Liam Neeson.
If I go in order of like my favorites, that's my 6th favorite of the original 9-ilogy. What would that be?
It's the Skywalker saga.
Don't call it that.
That's what they call it.
7, 8, 9 are not Skywalker sagas.
They are not.
The Palpatine saga and those last ones.
Palpatine trilogy.
Palpatine trilogy. Somehow Palpatine returned. Guys, go home. We wrote the best line ever.
Okay, my final thoughts are I love Martin. I love this movie.
Winston.
I love this TV.
I love this TV.
Oh, I did not like the extra scene.
Yeah, we were fast forwarding because we were like, maybe John Wick's alive. And then it's like the fucking daughter going to kill like Kane. I'm like, oh God, that's a weird ending. He's like, I'm going to hang out with my daughter. Oh, no, you're going to get killed. What if it turns out he just kills her? I feel like that's probably more realistic.
I still don't understand the role of the Marquis. Not just like with the Continentals. I'm guessing maybe he's the overall head of the Continentals, but like, what is his relationship to the High Table, and where does he sit in regards to the High Table?
I think they gave him like carte blanche to get rid of John Wick because they were like, this guy's like a threat to us. We're giving you all the power you need to get rid of him. But I don't know who he is. I don't really understand what his role is.
Yeah, I don't.
Is he the chairman of the board?
I don't think
Like,
so.
is he the president?
You know, he's still. There were instances where he acted like he was above the High Table, and instances where he acted he was like beneath the High Table.
Also, side note, like on the monetary issue, when the guy was like, "I want $40 million," I feel like these guys would have billions of dollars for some reason.
Yeah.
And that would be like a fart in a hurricane, and they'd be like, "Just give him the fucking money. I don't care." They're throwing around gold sovereigns left and right. They give you like you get a drink, you get a gold sovereign for like giving someone a drink. That's like
You check into a
thousands.
hotel for a few days. It's one
thousands.
gold sovereign.
Yeah, it's like a drink is the same price as a check-in at a hotel, which those are probably worth like $2,000 or something crazy like that. And you're like, I don't get like this is like when galleons and like the sickles, like how much are these worth? What is the conversion rate of your gold? And they're like, I want $40 million. I'm like, that seems like it seriously seems like it'd be nothing to that guy, especially for Pennywise to be like, oh, this guy wants $40 million to make all my troubles go away. Yeah, just fucking do it. It's just like, I feel like they've had billions of dollars for some reason in my head.
Well, they act like money is nothing.
Yeah, and then
then also like it's everything.
But then all of a sudden it's like he's like, oh, 40? Oh no, he said like 30. He's like, I don't know. And then he hangs up on him. He's like, I'm gonna kill your guys. Calls him back. He's like, all right, 40. And then like they just changed the number to 40.
I do want to talk about Bill Skarsgård.
Pennywise.
I think he was wonderful.
He was wonderful.
He was absolutely like I've never seen him in anything before.
I don't think I have either because I'm not gonna see it.
Yeah, I'm not either, and I don't know what else he's been in, but he was really good. Like,
well, we know his dad.
He was like perfect.
He was in Star Wars. His dad's in Star Wars now,
and Marvel,
and Deep Blue Sea. You know they say deepest bluest. My head is like a shark fin.
No, I've never heard that. I don't really know the Skarsgård family well. I know Stellan.
Stellar Skateboard.
I know Stellar Skateboard, but Bill Skateboard, I'm finding out that
Bill Skateboard.
I like him. I thought he was
the
good.
other guy's in something. What's the other guy in?
I don't know. Look it up. You got a phone?
Oh my god, it's so far away. He's in something that people like.
I don't know.
It's not Game of Thrones. It's something else like that.
We're not hip to the.
What is his name? Bill Skateboard. Alex Skateboard.
Alexander Skateboard. Bill Skateboard is like, I don't know. He was just like really.
He was in True Blood.
Good, and like he has like these natural features that like. You want to keep looking at him, but at the same time you don't. I don't know how to describe that. Like he has very unique features.
Whoa, he plays Randall Flagg in The New Stand? He's been in a lot of stuff. Nothing that we've ever seen.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Alex Skateboard. He was in a lot of True Blood. He was a main character in True Blood.
Wait. He's not the one married to Anna Paquin, is he?
No, that's Stephen Moyer. His IMDb picture is really interesting. His like him in a tux top with no pants on.
Yeah, saw that.
It's very weird. Anyways, take us home, babe.
There's a great big Pretty Okay Tomorrow.
Shining at the end of every day.